Hey, what's up, all you action figure lovers out there? MasterMarvel's back at it once again, bringing you another action figure review. Tonight we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home wave. This is the Armadillo Build-A-Figure wave. We have Spider-Man Miles Morales, the Gamerverse, from PS5 Spider-Man, we'll call it. We have Morlin, right? Am I saying that right? Morlin. And then we have Shriek. Alright, so just so you know, Miles Morales comes with the right leg of the Armadillo. Morlin comes with the right arm of Armadillo. And Shriek comes with the torso and the back armor. So we will be getting that put together in this video just after I talk about these guys a little bit. So first of all, this is nice. I do like it when I'm okay with an all comic wave and I'm okay with an all MCU wave, but I do like it when they mix it up and stuff because everybody's getting something of what they want. I'm winning all the way around because I collect both, but let's start with this Miles Morales right here, which is actually really good. And this Miles Morales, like, they went over the top here because not only does he get his proper 3 sets of hands, he comes with a 4th set of hands, which are these electricity hands, I guess. And he also comes with a unmasked head here, which doesn't look too bad at all. Not really. If it'll focus, which I highly doubt it, because, you know, it's a phone. But here's what I was just talking about this earlier in the other video with the other Spider-Man figures, but here they're doing it right, man. We get a set of wall crawling hands, which that's what these are. They're wall crawling hands here. He has these whipping hands here. And fisted hands. Now that's proper. That's what a Spider-Man should come with. I mean, technically we get some web effects too, would be nice. But the fact that we got these effects on this Miles, I think is pretty awesome. And I do think he looks good. He poses good. Yeah, I like this Miles right here. I do wish I had some of my other Gamerverse figures to do some comparisons with. But the bad thing is like that PS4 Spider-Man really wouldn't even be much of a comparison, honestly, because it's kind of outdated already, even though that's still one of my favorite Spider-Mans. And even if they do give us a new one that's a little more accurate, that looks a little more like the game, then the one I've got now is still going to stay right in my Spider-Man display because it's kind of like a multiverse thing, and it just fits right in. It just looks comic bookish. So I really love that suit. So I would like to see a better version of it because he's more comic than he is gamer, so he stays in my comic shit. I'd like to have one to put, you know, with the gamer stuff. So yeah, I mean, what do we got? We got the Hulk from the Gamerverse. There's the Outback Hulk. Then there's the Smart Guy Hulk, and we have the Abomination. We have the 2 other Spider-Man suits. What else do we have from the game? Am I missing something? I'm sure I am. I just can't think of it right now. But we haven't got a whole lot of Gamerverse stuff, and there is a GameStop exclusive version of this where he's transparent, which I kind of want that one. I really do. Yeah, this is nice, and it's all new. We're getting seamless or pegless joints and stuff here. The neck and everything seems to be new because it's that two different pieces. Yeah, I do. I really like this Miles right here. And I hope to see more stuff like this moving forward because, I mean, they can do it. It's just they don't always incorporate the same articulation that they use for the MCU stuff with the comic book stuff, and same with the Gamerverse. So just kind of like their own entities, I guess. But I don't see why we can't really use this as a comic MCU or comic MCU, a comic book versions of Miles Morales. I mean, I don't see why it can't be done, because this would look good on the comic shelf too, honestly. But yeah, I super like it. I like that matte black on there. I don't know why I like matte black. I like glossy too, but there's sometimes the matte black just really sets something off, and I really like that. So, all right, I've talked enough about Miles. We'll stick him back over here for now. If he's going to stand for me, here we go. All right, so now we'll talk about Moreland. I assume he's a vampire of some sort. Let me see here. From the darkness, the vampire, yes. So, very similar to Morbius, I guess. I don't know much about Moreland, but I just recently was watching some kind of Spider-Man animated series. I don't remember, but he was like the main antagonist in it. And I had never even heard him before up until this wave was introduced, revealed, or whatever. So, I still don't know much about him. But we do have two different heads. This was the default head that came in the package, which I really do like it. I mean, it's, there's still personality there. He's just kind of grinning. I do like this as a neutral one. But this one does give it more personality. It's more of a fierce look on his face. And I don't have any of the, I didn't get the Hellfire Club set, so I don't have any other body like this. This is the first time of me having this exact body, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't know. I like it. It's not bad. I mean, surprisingly, though, even though there's that overlay, you could still kind of work with that diaphragm joint a little bit in there. So you can get him in some hunched positions. So I do like that. It's not perfect, but it's not 100% restricted. There is some movement there. So I do like that. And apparently he's not just some little B-list or chum villain. I guess he's actually put one of the worst beatings on Spider-Man that he's really ever had. And don't quote me on that. I did hear that somewhere, because just bits and pieces of other people's reviews and some of the light sprinkled information I get about the guy. But no, he's going to look good on the shelf, and I do, like I wish I had at least one of my Morbius figures to go along with him. I'm not sure which one would be better to pose with him, because, I like both the versions of Morbius that we have so far. Yeah, I still like him, man. He's a monster, a vampire, so that's cool. Alright. Shriek. Shriek is another one that I was actually really impressed with, because just seeing her in the package and stuff, I didn't think much of it, because I really wasn't looking really hard at it. But for one, we're getting 3 sets of hands with her, too. And it's nothing different. The hands seem to be the same as usual. You got that silly little ladylike spell casting type hand. You got a gripping hand here for holding shit. Or she has fisted hands. So, neat. But what really gets me with this figure right here is this is the beginning of a really nice thing, I think, moving forward for Marvel Legends. Because it's almost like everything we've asked for a female body forever. It's just kind of missing one thing, which I eventually maybe they'll work on that. But for right now, let's just be happy with what we got. Because there's more articulation now than we're used to. And I'm not saying it's not on any of the female figures to date. But when you have this full combination, is what really sets it off. So what we got going on here is, first of all, we have double jointed elbows, and they are also pegless. So are the knee joints, and they're also double jointed. But also we have the bicep swivel. Now the bicep swivel is not in every female. So that's another thing. It is in some, but it's mostly in the bigger ones, with the bigger builds. Usually it's just a single jointed elbow on a swivel, and the arm doesn't really turn at the biceps. So we're getting all that good stuff here. The only thing we're really missing now would be, we have a diaphragm twist and hinge right there. That's it. So you're not going to get much. There's no waist cut. There's no ab crunch. It's just that ball swivel at the torso there, which it's okay. It still works, I guess, but we're still not getting a lot of range. And for someone like her, I guess it's not that important. But, when you get like a Spider Woman or Spider Girl or something like that, that is going to be more agile, you want it. So yeah, but this is still a really good start. And I'm not really familiar with Shriek, but I do know, I guess this is Carnage's main squeeze right here. And she's a really deadly, just awful person. So it's cool though. Like I said, I like where they're going with the female molds and stuff now. And again, we're getting some matte black on here that looks good. And the paint on it, the white paint, is clean. It doesn't look like it's bled through. It's not real splotchy. It's minimal. There's not a lot. It's mainly black plastic with some white paint on it. And that goes for the whole figure, really. So, but for what we got, I think it looks pretty good, man. This is a good body right here. Kind of thicker thighs. I should have brought out the Invisible Woman because she's the only real comic book female that I have handy right now to do any comparisons with, but I'm going to let it go. It's not that big of a deal. So, there is Shriek. That's awesome because, we got a lot of Spider-Man villains, but there's never enough. Keep cranking them out. Let's get to this build a figure real quick. I'll try to quickly put this guy together. Should be easy. We'll start with the legs on him. And he's massive. I've already watched reviews of him. He poses pretty well for his size. And, yeah, it's an obscure character. Not somebody that we're used to seeing, really, in the comics. Not a whole lot of airtime. But definitely made for a really good action figure. Just because you're getting a big, freaking hefty dude. And a lot of nice sculpting going on here. So yeah, whoever's doing these right now, whatever team is sculpting Marvel Legends right now, is really doing a phenomenal job. We can't really argue that. We're not. There are some shit figures that come through the line that just are just cash grabs or whatever, a lot of reuse and stuff. But for the most part, we're getting everything we want and more, and they're doing a great job on it. They're just, well, this head doesn't want to turn on there. It's so tight on that ball. It's like you got to wet it or something. You hear that clicking? That's not a detent. That's actually just the squeak of the plastic rubbing against each other there. Dang. Yeah, like I said, he's massive. He just looks great. He does, dude. This guy looks like a threat. Like he does. I should have brought out my Juggernaut too. That would have been a good comparison for the guy of his size here. Because I do have some guys handy. Well, like I said, I didn't bring the Juggernaut out. And I did see X-Manny87 did a review of this guy, and he kind of showed you how you can if you fuck with it and move him around, it's not perfect, but you can kind of make him look like he's in a ball. So he's doing like a roll attack or something. That was kind of neat to see that. Yeah, he looks good. But real quick, let's get some size comparisons in here. It's hard to get this guy to stand the way you want. And that was one of the complaints that I did hear some people talking about, and that's the sculpted. I think it was JC from TNI that was talking about that, where like you can't really get the foot to go up, but you actually can. You can get that to get up over there and kind of dig it in a little bit to at least get it to where he's not standing straight up. There is a slight angle there, which helps his balance quite a bit. So it's there. You just kind of got to force it. So, but it works. All right, now some quick size comparisons. I did bring out the new Fantastic Four thing, so you can see some size action there. And my most recent, I just recently reviewed him, is the Mastro, and he's big. So this is actually an appropriate scaling, I think. I mean, so I assume that he's at least as big as the Juggernaut too. Bigger than the Rhino even, which I think our Rhino now, even though he was good for the time, I think he might be a little too small. Maybe they need to do a redo on Rhino, but I'd hate for them to do a redo on something that really wasn't that damn long ago. But look at the Vulture. I mean, come on, they'll do it. So, alright, man. That's probably going to wrap this thing up. I don't know what else to say. I like this wave. This wave was okay for sure. There was some good stuff came out of it. I always like getting new characters, so we're basically getting 3 new characters to our Marvel, to our shelf right here. At least with the comic book figures, and with the MCUs, we're getting J. Jonah Jameson. We're getting some good. We got a couple good Spider-Mans. Definitely the. I forgot what the hell this suit was called. Integrated suit, and that Doctor Strange is badass. So, yeah, that's a cool thing too. I mean, you know, there's some worth to that when you can at least take, you know, yeah, you've got it already, but this one's better. So bye bye to the old one. Yeah, so there was some good out of this wave, definitely. Game Reverse Miles is really badass. Yeah, I wasn't real excited about this, but like I said, anytime we're getting new characters we don't have on the shelf yet, I'm going for it. So, there we are. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this video right here, man. If you guys liked it, hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think of it, what you guys think of these figures, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button, and you'll catch all my latest videos. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.